above, and I believe in truth. I believe in the love we have, because I believe in you. So tell me, do you feel the way that I feel? And tell me, would you give what I'm willing to give? And I believe in honesty, and I believe it's true. And I believe if you set it free, it will come back to you. And I believe that things were meant to really be. And I believe in the love we have, because I believe in you.
Chat. Keep it alive through these lines I write. I keep it live cause I thrive. I might just blow your mind tonight.
Alright, ready or not, here I am. J. Cynthia Brooks has stood me up. Unfortunately, she can't make it, but here I am. Welcome to UCY.TV, everybody. Vince Easley here for J. Cynthia Brooks on Cancer Kickers. So, a repeat show from Global Earth Guy, he says. Well, anyways, I hope y'all can hear me good and not in double. Again, unfortunately, we had a double feed there that was recorded that was automatically put up. So, if you got good audio, give me a thumbs up in chat if you're listening live now. So, I'm going to be just scattered, I guess, and hopefully, maybe Kim's going to come on, and if we have that person that wants to come in right there, I think we're going to have phone lines at 718-717-8296. I think I'll just call, actually, right now, and do a test call. So, they say laughter is the best medicine, right? You've all heard that. I'm going to look at that in a minute. This may be a possible source for that. Thank you, Global Earth Guy. Audio is good. So anyways, hold on, I'm going to have to do this. Because I might want to go walk outside. I think that'd be cool. But if it rings, I'm just going to hang it up. Anyways, with that, laughter is the best medicine, right? So I've seen on some posts that a couple of great entertainers had died here. Where were we at? There it is. Yeah, Ellie Mae from the Clampets and little Jimmy Dixon died. So, being that laughter is the best medicine, I think they both produced a lot of laughter. And so, yeehaw and doggies out to them. And I don't think I've got it. Nothing's happened with my phone. I may not be getting good service. Anyways, so maybe we'll have lines later or not. Oh, call failed. Yeah. I'm way out here in the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas, so sometimes we even get sunlight have to be pumped in out here. And if you're like the rest of the world, it seems it looks like you might be getting some artificial nucleation in the skies above. Yeah, I'm not getting service. I'd have to get up and walk around. So, anyways, let's go look at that right there. Let's read that about laughter is the best medicine. I was doing a search just to see what I could come up with, where that came from. And there's one, there's some different ideas, but here's one. How many times have you heard laughter is the best medicine? Many think it's a biblical quote, while the actual quote is not found in the Bible. The origin of laughter as the best medicine is found in Proverbs 17:22. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. Movies and videos are one source of laughter for our family, and it never ceases to amaze me how our children can see a movie one time and then memorize the lines. For that one viewing, a favorite game played while doing vineyard work is the movie line game. While I'm not very good at it, it is fun to listen to children bounce from one line to another, playing off the previous comment. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, they have gone on to say some other things. Some videos, but that's myculturedpalate.com. Laughter is the best medicine. I'll just grab it and drop it off over in the chat. If you're listening live, if you're not, you're missing out. Zeroing in. There you go. Just a little tidbit of information. Let's see. If I remember. Okay, it's not time for that yet. Where? You know what? I wonder how long. I think it's like 15 minutes. But, no, I don't know if I'll play that. You know what? I've got this here that I was planning on, and then J. Cynthia, unfortunately, was not able to make it. So I kind of slacked off and didn't really put together, because I thought we'd be talking, but I didn't really put together a whole lot for today, because I was just going to just go. Anyways, hey, Mr. Cooper, but, I've got something for you. I was saving this for tomorrow, but let me go ahead. This is my favorite Nazi, Mr. Dan B. Cooper, in chat right now. Okay. So is it me, or does German sound like every other word is a cuss word? And always looking angry and shaking your head around. What's up with that, Coop? And you're welcome, Keg, for the link there. I was saving that. There's some good laughter for me. And listen, if you can't laugh with me, laugh at me. Okay. Now, where was I? Yeah, just 1 second. Hold on. Let me have a swallow of water, because it washes laughter down real good, and that's the best way to take your medicine, right? So I've got a pretty good stack of books here. Nothing like my library used to, but some years ago I moved around some, and I give my books to my brother. So he's got a lot of good books too. He's got a library, I'll tell you. But if I can get a lot here for reading here, this book right here is called The Healing Power of Herbs, and it's by May Bethel. It's an old one. And right off the front there, inside the cover, it said, "The Lord created medicine out of the earth, and a wise man will not abhor them." From Ecclesiastes. And this book is a 1971 edition by Wilshire Book Company, and that's in North Hollywood, California. And that's here's a printed, well, of all things, coincidentally, Beverly Hills, California. Al Layton Printing Company. And that's another shout out to Ellie Mae. She never met a critter she didn't like. Hello, Joe. Hi, Kim. Hey, don't worry about it. If you can, Kim, if you can come in between now and the end of the hour, I'd love to have you on. If you'd like to finish what you were talking about on Dane Wigington and with Russ Tanner on Geoengineering Watch, you're sure welcome to come in. And anybody else, if you're on Skype, contact with me. If not, add me at vince.easley, and that'll be Clinton, Arkansas, USA, thereabouts. So, anyways, the book was first published in 1968. And the book is dedicated to her family, who encouraged her study of herbs and food in the prevention and treatment of disease. And the foreword is... It is hoped that the publication of this book may be helpful to those who are willing to be identified by the information it contains. Oh, you made it back. Good. I'm glad to see you got unbanned. So I'm not sure what happened on that and on 50009. And since you're anon, I won't say who you are. Yeah, Joe, Ellie Mae passed away. So, and okay, the contents, it has 22 chapters, and it starts out with a history of herbalism. So I'll read till I need to take a drink of water, and then we'll see. Okay. The knowledge of the use of herbs in the prevention and treatment of disease is a lost art. The use of herbs goes back to the beginning of time. A systematic study of plant life probably first began among the ancient Egyptians and Greeks, and I'd say even before. The hypocrite was the first man who practiced medicine as an art. He was a Greek physician who lived about the 4th century BC. In his writings, Hippocrates described plants as medicine. He was a herbal practitioner. The following is taken from Filney's Natural History, written almost 2,000 years ago, where the great ancient there verily had this honor above all men, that he was first who wrote with most oh my gosh, this book might trip me up here. This was written before, while people were still educated. What is this word? No, I'm not even going to try it. I might have to rethink my reading here. Or maybe I should have pre-read a little bit and had been prepared. Okay. All right. Herbs were used as medicine extensively until about 1,500 years ago, when Hemhind started the practice of using chemicals, really, to treat disease. Medical men then followed the idea that the human body could be purified chemically. He publicly burned the books of Hippocrates. Why can't I say that name? I'm tongue-tied on it, and it won't come out. I'm sorry. You know who I'm talking about. Galen. Another herbalist too. So he transformed the medical practice. After his death, hundreds of people took up the practice of giving chemicals in place of herbs, roots, and barks. He was the first to give mercury as medicine. Wow. So this guy's name is spelled Hohemhein. Cooper, check that out and see who that is. Whoops. The herbalists of Great Britain are the true successors of Galen and Hippocrates. What Hippocrates? This is a terrible tongue tie. Thank you, Mr. Chuckocelli. And this is a permanent tie. Those of the medical profession today are the successors of the descendants and from the 15th century. The American Indians had a knowledge of many herbs, roots, barks, and their use in treating of disease. Many of these plants helped them keep vigorous in spite of their rigorous existence. As a result, they had the great stamina and endurance. Squaws served as domestics in colonial homes. Anyways, native plants were the sole source of medicine for the early pioneers of America as well. And a century ago, most American housewives were acquainted with the medicinal properties of herbs. On and on. So, what can herbs do? We're going to set that book down. I have seem to be lacking the ability to read today. Listening to Walter earlier on a Souvenir event. Never mind, Coop. I couldn't even read it or say it, so I'm not even going to try to read it. But really, if we're, hold on just a minute. Is it 4:20? No, 5 more minutes. Okay, so I've got yeah. No, I've got the YouTube channel, and this is from Tragedy and Hope magazine, and Walter was playing this John Taylor Gatto, and I'm gonna go get another link, but I grabbed the first video. We might play some of this here. Actually, yeah, let me do that, okay? And I'll play just a portion of it for right now, and then I'm gonna drop you the link. And this goes to a playlist. That this is one that I want to definitely be listening to. Here we go. Just hold. Coming at you.
Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. Calvin Coolidge, 1933. Greetings and welcome. I'm your host and navigator, Richard Grove, and this is a very special interview episode of What You've Been Missing, featuring the gentle tone, scholarly insights, and wealth of wisdom that combines in the form of John Taylor Gatto.
All right, so there that is, and you know, I think after all, that's what we're probably most of us all have in common here, is the fact that we're all out here searching and learning and trying to get an understanding of what it is that is all about us, the world, how it works, and I like to look at it myself as like a machine, a mechanical beast in a sense. And a lot of people think that they've got it figured out or they've got an answer and a solution, and you know, whether it be from this to that. But my personal feeling is you know, we need to all each be able to do what we can where we're at from where we're at. Actually, I'm going to run out of time before 4:20 for the 4:20 report from the Buzz Beaver, but if we're a couple minutes late there, that will be okay. But I'm going to go ahead and read this. So maybe this is me being a little vain Vinny, or and sometimes I'm dense Vince or skinny Vinny, but if that makes any sense. Where are you at? There we go. Okay. So I got this message from a fella in Pakistan, Hassan Sahir, and I was very honored that he said this, and this is kind of a little catchphrase, but you got to be the change that you want to see, right? But he said to me, you know, let me confess something. Before I met you and a few others, I had a very distorted view of USA general public and had an extreme hatred towards all Americans, regardless whether they support government or not. But when I met you and few others, you guys changed my perceptions towards USA. I'm still a critic of U.S. foreign policy, like you are also, dear sir. But I now love the American public, and you guys are the most singular factor behind changing my perception. Thank you so much. And that's a hope that, you know, what am I doing? You know, do I like to hear myself talk? Because I'm obviously not a great orator. I don't think I have any special gifts or privy to any esoteric knowledge that I can convey to you. But I'm simply here in a discussion of information, ideas, and where we can acknowledge our commonality of being human and what is right and good, and then forego the differences, because unless we can see each other as equals, we can never hope to change the world. And we don't have to change the world, okay? We only have to be a part of making it a better place. All right. The 420 is coming up, and let me go back over here and grab you up something. And I took this poll, and I got 70%. I answered, but a lot of the questions were. Did I not get the other one? Yes, I did. Good. Excuse me just a second. Okay. I did get them, both of them. And let me grab the... this comes from the ChristianScienceMonitor.com, and how much do you know about marijuana? Take the quiz. And this came from Hopper earlier. He's always popping good stuff in there, and so thanks for the contributions, Mr. Hopper. Here's the quiz if you want to take it. It takes quite a while to take it now, and of course I was busy back and forth, so I was jumping around, but questions like in what year and what state did this and that legislation or whatnot, I tell you before, I really don't keep up with news and current events. I let kind of get filtered down to me through a few sources, and honestly, but it's right here at UCY, I get a lot of what's going on in certain areas of the world, and on a few other folks. But anyways, where was I? I derailed myself. Here I am, the 420 report at 422. But remember, it is always 420 somewhere. So, dadgummit, look at here. We should, in honor of the 420 report, already had that ready to go. But anyways, how much do you know about marijuana? Who was first president was the first question. But you can take that if you want to, but remember, it does take a while. And why America's fired up about hemp. And this is from Salon.com. And light for ignition. Houston. The once maligned cannabis plant could herald an agricultural revolution. And that's author Doug Fine tells Salon. And there's a hippie-looking chick standing out in the field. This is also probably the best medicine. Actually, plants, all types of plants, herbs, hold many qualities and different values. But by and large, the cannabis plant probably, between it and hemp, could save the world. And I've made a good case for that. And that is Fine 420. Okay. Hemp is not just for health, food smoothies, and hippie clothing. The unintended victim of United States prohibition on cannabis. It got swept up in the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937 and is now blacklisted by the DEA under Controlled Substance Act. The plan is beginning to be seen by many as a solution to any number of the country's problems, with implications ranging from energy to agriculture. Newly liberated to an extent by the recently passed Farm Bill, it could be the country's next billion-dollar industry. Mr. Cooper, you were going to open up a hemp farm, I believe, ain't you? It could be the country's, yeah, I said that. It is one of the few areas with Fine, that's the author, who's previously written books about marijuana legislation and an experiment in off-grid journey, as is, to my road. Tune in. We're going to talk about some compressing and storing some energy and some other stuff, probably. And I'll be hosting with that tomorrow. Big shout out to Drew Lamb, double-crossed on Thursday nights with Chuck Horton, and he's on hiatus from Aqua Journey. So, anyways, continuing in that experiment, he can find common ground with Republican, this guy. Oh, boy. That goes back to you can't vote for freedom, all right? So, hemp-bound dispatch from the front lines of the next agricultural revolution. Yeehaw. Is part manifesto, part documentation, and so that's just a little bit about that right there, and I'll grab it and drop it to you if you would like to read more later. And that was a 420 report from the Buzz Beaver, which reminds me, we will conclude that report with this. Cooper, you just can't pick and choose. It's either got to be free or not. Free the weed, mister. All right. You know what? Should I? Kind of. Hey, do you want to hear me when I was in Bunkerville? I'll have to get back over to it and scroll down. This was, if y'all don't know, for any that don't know me, last April in Bunkerville, Nevada, the Bundy Ranch, the situation with the standoff out there, I was there and spent a lot of time out there. I'm up on the stage with the lesbian Cliven Bundy and on AP photos around the world. So that was my Forrest Gump moment. That was quite intense there at one time. And I'm scrolling. Keep them fingers scrolling. Hit them up. Boop them out. Wow, I must be way down there. Yeah, breaking news, Cliven Bundy just made a move to defy feds. Obama is fuming. I'll give you that just so you can look at it. So that really, I mean, there was a big statement made there. People come from all over the country, and this is all about freedom. And, you know, this is Cancer Kickers. I'm having a problem with my cursor here for some reason. What happened? It's not letting me in there to drop this link. Wow. I guess let's see what happens. But there we go. Well, weird. Stop. Okay. Okay, so what it's about is freedom, and that's like with cancer, right? People criminalize those that try to help others because the FDA and the Medical Association, the MDA, are saying you can't do this, and those are actually the guys that are killing you, right? The people that are saying that they are there to help you are killing you. And we're attacked at every point in life. Our freedoms are taken. Our ability to keep what you earn, to have the freedom of expressing yourself as you feel that you should without harm to another, you could be killed. You know, absolutely be killed. And people came and stood there and walked out in front of those guns of the feds with the knowing that they could be dead. And it was a great moment in history, and I am proud to have been there. I did get you that one there. You know what? No, I didn't get all the way down to it. I want to say, now PM Beers, she's an activist that, excuse me, she is everywhere. She does live streaming and she reports. She got a lot of smack from some of the liberals. She's a liberal, You know, and she and I don't have the same view on some things, but that's okay. I have the greatest amount of respect for her, and it was an honor to meet her there. I mean, she's got out there and been thrown to the ground and arrested, and, you know, she's standing up for and making a record. And that was the whole point of being there for me at the Bundy Ranch, was to stand as a witness, okay? I think it's very important that we stand as witness and we speak out about what is really wrong and what's has this world corrupted as it is, and try to change that. So, this is it. Yeah. I'm going to play a little bit and rest my voice here and take a drink of water and stand by. My computer is singing over here. That fan, wow. Golly, this thing sounds like it's going to take off.
Supposed to be in a no-fly zone right now.
All right, here I am.
So I guess getting paid on. They're flying over.
Who is it? What is it?
The military flying over.
Really?
But it's been declared a no-fly zone here.
Wow.
Say it again.
Is audio okay?
Yeah, but if there is
There's a no-fly.
there's a no-fly zone, but they still can't. So we can't fly. Nobody else.
The Bundy family can't fly. Yeah, because the no-fly zone. But the military can fly. So you're saying it's a military training thing?
I flying here yesterday, and one of those big props with the parachute. You know, you seen one of those?
I think I didn't either.
Yeah, it's like a parachute, but it's got the engine set like a tricycle. He was flying over there yesterday, and then we had a couple of helicopters fly over. One yesterday afternoon and one last night. We were probably up about 300 people, I guess, yesterday, and it looks like we're really slow and quick now, way past that.
How many people do you say are here now, looking at the size compared to yesterday?
I'm going to say there's at least double that.
The crowd definitely got bigger, I think. About 600 maybe?
I would estimate that.
Okay.
A good way to get out here is to keep going up on that hill and take one section, a portion right here, got the number of people right there, and then multiply that by how many sections you get out from like this here.
That hill was so hard to climb up. We're getting your shots though. Yeah.
Just count all the shoes and divide by 2.
That was hard.
Count the toes and
Divide by 10. Okay, just make it harder than it needs to be, right?
depends on where you're from. Some places you divide by 12 or 11. You're doing that. You're from Arkansas. Oh, wait a minute, I'm from Arkansas.
Oh, snap.
How many toes do I got?
I don't know. 11?
10 and a half.
Okay.
I went to that deal up at Searchlight.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks. Hey, I'm Vince Easley. I broadcast on ECY.TV. What matters worldwide. And we got 24/7 programming there.
I'm Patty Bears. I'm on ustream.tv/channel/PMBears.
Hey, hit me up on Facebook. It's Easley the second, capital II. And let's get your voice over on ECY and let's collaborate.
Sure, why not?
Patty did come on with
That
me.
might be
So
fun.
you got my name there. Find me.
I got to get her back on.
When I get back to Vegas,
Do you have a card or anything?
I don't have a card. I can
Oh, me
I
neither.
can write it down.
Okay. I have 1,400 people watching.
We're the media.
Yeah,
we
for
are
sure.
The media. No, real media.
Yes, I did,
Well, it
Gay.
looks like they're going to be drilling it today.
They're going to be what?
Look at the trails over there. You got one that cut through that cloud, through that cirrus, and then
Oh, yeah.
the guys that went on through the other
Yeah, that's like those lines in the sky. That's what I call it, lines in the sky.
sky.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Lines in the sky? I call them lines in the sky.
Hey, I'm going to go sit down and write this out, and I'll come back and tell you.
Okay.
They sprayed us real heavy out there. It was low flying too. Yeah, they were dumping something on us.
Her information?
Both y'all, everybody.
Here, I'll just give you my card. You can take that. And then, Patty. Here's Patty. Oh, Facebook, it's, let me hit mute. I don't want too many Facebook friends.
Whoop.
And then, my email is pmbeers@gmail. And then I have a YouTube, PM Bears.
And then you're on Facebook this way, right?
Yeah.
I'll get in touch with you on Facebook.
PM Beers.
Here she is.
Okay. Well, I will.
You use my back.
I gotta use her back.
But on Facebook, I like to send people invitations, and then I get a lot of people from around the world, and then I send them the invitations, and they get pissed off at me. But if you friend me on Facebook, you will get invited to every activist event in Los Angeles, California. That I know of, yeah. But you guys can follow me on Twitter at PM Beers. You can never have too many Twitter followers, right? No. But on Facebook, you get a little overwhelmed. I think so. When I got arrested, I got like so many new Facebook.
That'll work, Cooper.
Oh my God. It was really overwhelming.
Yeah, and that's WMW stands for. Get it. One or too much? Can you read it? WMW?
WMW? Yeah, I can read it. TV. UCY.tv/WMW.
Yeah, for what matters
Easley
worldwide.
Is that supposed to be a 3%er?
Two. That's a second because my dad has the same name. My son's the third.
Got it. You're second.
Instead of a junior.
Well, thank you.
Thanks,
for
y'all.
talking to us, and we're going to hook up with you on, social media.
So I have several pages. I have about 50 pages. I have lots of different stuff to cover. I interact with a lot of people in all the different media networks, from Suzanne Posel to Nick Burnaby. James
I know Nick Burnaby.
Yeah, I produce for Hugh Jacqueline. I Cure Cancer.
Yeah. Nick in San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
I'm like,
what I do,
if I know somebody, you know.
I get people connected. That's what I do. I'm connecting voices. So I cross promote people that I don't care that if they're not on the network that I'm on. But that's not what it's about. It's about us all together being collected. So,
yeah, well, it's for the truth, like.
That's right.
For sure.
So I'd be glad to share all your broadcasting information. And I got Matters of Broadcasting. I got you there. And a new page that I've started that is called Media Network.
Well, if you get a chance, let people know my links, my URL. Maybe we should write down my URL.
So where are they taking off? Are these horses that they're hauling off the property? Because they keep passing through. Here's another one. Here's another trailer. Do you know anything about these?
Are these, are they people coming? They might be coming to camp.
They're coming here. They're coming to join us. I'm pretty certain. I can just tell by the look on their face.
So is this a road that, is this an access highway that just cuts through here?
Yeah, this goes all the way around and goes back to Bunkerville and Riverside.
Oh, Bunkerville, is that where we are? Or where are we now? What city is this?
We're not in Bunkerville yet. If you're going down and around, you're going to be in Bunkerville and Riverside.
What city are we in right now?
It's not really a city. We're yeah, well, might as well call it the Bundy Ranch.
So we're near Bunkerville, so people are looking up where we are. We're by Bunkerville.
Bunkerville's the closest.
Okay. So my URL is /channel/PM Beers. And I'll be here.
I know you, PM Beers.
Yeah.
I know you.
Oh yay! I should tell people I'm PM Beers. I'll be here.
BERRS.
Like a 6-pack. Yeah. So I'll be here through Monday for sure, maybe longer.
Cool. Awesome.
Sayonara on Sunday. We're taking that Sunday.
Really? Yeah.
Well, I'll be here past at least until Monday, maybe longer. I don't know how long.
Yeah. I wanted to come up myself and check out the situation, so I'll head back to Vegas this evening or maybe tomorrow, and I'll be returning with my tent and all my gear, and I'm in a camp here until the cows come home.
Literally, right?
Yeah. got mine locked up, and I don't
Just
know.
so you know, let me find a place to put my can. I wonder if there's a recycle bin here. I don't think there.
Boy, look at that table. Ours is spread now.
Hi. Thank you for your work.
Well, it's not actually not 10 square miles because
Can you open my banana for me?
You guys in Vegas?
I'm currently in Kern County, Bakersfield, California.
Yeah.
Probably another, I don't know.
And so you're up in California, up,
LA.
you were in LA. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So Ian Jacqueline is in LA.
I'm not sure who that is.
He does produces or made the movie I Cure Cancer. He's a kickboxing champion in like the 80s or 90s. Made several movies.
I Cure Cancer?
Cynthia Brooks. She was on Days of Her Lives in several movies. An actress. So she's kind of into the scenes, the spiritual type of things, and taking that into account for healing and making sure your energy's right and all that stuff. So I think that's pretty important.
Does she have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's J. Cynthia Brooks House of Healing, and I think that's on Facebook. I can't remember her YouTube. I have it though.
I don't think I follow that or I subscribe to that channel.
You hit me up on Facebook too. And when I get back to civilization, I'll be up there and I'll catch up to you and let's network together.
I haven't seen it. It sounds good though. It's all the things that our ancestors taught us and the pharmaceutical companies paid us to forget.
Hey now. Someone said until the cows come home, love it.
So you're bringing the cows home, Vincent.
Well,
where are they now?
Are
they really auctioning off the cows?
They've killed some.
They've killed some cows?
Yeah, they run them down. See, what they do, they ran a lot with helicopter. Now, I worked with Vance. I worked in sale barns. And,
that's why they have the backhoes here, right?
Yeah, I grew up in the country. I back in Arkansas.
Murderers.
So I work with cattle. And first thing you don't want to do is spook the cow. Now, this is calving season right now. So what happens when the mama spooks, the calf lays down under a bush somewhere. And the mama, when they run them off like that, they go frantic. They run to death easily that way. So I think they purposely did that. Killed the cattle on purpose, the ones that have died. And there's no telling how many baby calves out there that are just going to lay there and die. There is a staging area that they've got north on 15 up here, just about a couple of miles. And all white trucks in a big compound. So there were several. There was probably 30 vehicles at least right there, and some trucks. So, yeah, I just think I think it's a crying shame that they can actually come in and get away with stuff like that.
And it's all over money, really.
Yeah, money now and money later. Yeah, they spent. I've heard numbers from $1 million to $3 million in this operation, and it ain't over. To supposedly round up these cows, but it's under $100,000 worth of cattle out there that if they were all gathered properly and auctioned off, it'd be so. Makes no sense. Now here's something else I found out that's new that I didn't realize is that the tortoise actually benefits from the cattle because their droppings from the grazings, the turtles actually eat, and the population is very abundant. This was talking from Eamon Bundy and
Eamon Bundy.
I can't remember his Happy, I think his name, but one of his cousins, anyway. Excuse me. He was telling me about that. So. It's not about the tortoise.
Yeah. Well, the cows and the tortoise hang out together, and they don't bother each other.
And the tortoise and the hare, they have fun all the time. 420 comes along, and they're like, yeah, what's up?
420.
That's a cheer. That's a trip. We should talk to them.
So I'm going to talk to them. Sure.
Yeah. If you want to.
Hey, nice talking to you guys.
Nice to meet you.
We'll see you around.
See you guys. Talk to you.
Guys, how you doing? They're declining right now.
Cool, that's cool.
There's some militia fellas there. in uniform. PM Beers has got on that our live stream. Let me stop this. Yeah. Hold on just a sec. So anyways, yeah, she has got, hours and hours of that live stream that would be archived. Especially out here, be interested to compare some of the folks there, maybe take a closer look at. I know the Killers, I definitely know she's probably, I'll have to find that. I'll be looking. I've been going through a lot of her videos lately. I think I'd like track them down a little bit in there and kind of look at some of their actions a little more closely. There's a lot of controversy involved with that. Whether they were aided and abetted in their evil act. So, all right. Okay, Global Earth Guy. I'll have to find that there after the show and see if I can find a group chat. That's Sylvan Henry. He just did the mass action demand, and it was the radiothon there. Well, just last week. You can find it on YouTube. I can go grab that, but I'm distracting myself. I can't hardly talk. Yeah, that was from the Bundy Ranch area. There's a staging ground near it, up on top of the hill there. The headquarters of the marshalling ground. No, just kidding. It was people that come from all over the country and came in. Said, "Hey, this is it. This is the we're not just going to keep allowing this stuff to go on the way it has. We're going to come out here and make a stand and say, hey." So that was what it's all about. And then, of course, like any good government does, they send some folks in there to cause problems, and so the disruption started, and the segmentation and the breaking down of everything that was good and right going on there, till there was just a few of, after they run everybody else out, there was those few dedicated and loyal folks that stayed and hung on. And matter of fact, I'll decline his name right now, but he's back there, and great guy, man, great guy. I met a lot of great people there. I made a lot of good contacts there too. I mean, Jason Patrick, which led me to Daniel Lewis Crumpton, and Patty Beers and Thomas Lacavara, a bunch of other people that I'm now connected with in Vegas. That actually was pretty awesome. I went and listened to Larkin Rose at a speaking event that he gave there in Vegas. Met a few folks that at first had connected through the commonality of the Bundy Ranch and people with, liberty thinking minds. And met up with some more folks there. I met Austin Thomas. He is cool. He's a radio broadcaster. And Liberty Lisa, and she's, I didn't meet her, but she's now in Vegas. So I still hope to make that trip out yonder west yet this year. I have several destinations in mind. And but nothing's ever set in stone for me. So when it happens, that's when it happens, I reckon. Translate that, Cooper. And I won't even try that because I can't begin to pronunciate that. Okay, where do we go from here? I'll tell you what. I don't know. Somebody say something quick. Nobody here. Right. Let me show you that story from that I dropped earlier from conservativetribune.com. Bendy defying feds. But give me just 1 minute. Stand by, please. Okay, pardon the interruption. And I still don't have my voice here.
World.
I somehow hit the mute button. Sorry, wow.
Provide each and every individual with the essential facts which pertain to our survival here on Earth. But
that must have been a pretty good cough there. I somehow hit the mute button. Sorry about that.
Both as individuals and as a species, and yet have been censored from our public schooling. The envisioned outcome would be for each and every human being to possess the knowledge and understanding which allows them to exercise intellectual self-defense and self-liberty, thereby succeeding in pursuing and attaining happiness. It's designed to be shared and studied by individuals and groups to provide the evidence, organize the ideas, and facilitate the constructive conversations and actions necessary to address the root causes of our ever-growing incoherence as human beings. Since this interview contains over 200 footnotes and references and discusses the contents of more than 30 classic books essential to understanding life here on Earth, I would humbly recommend that your first viewing be invested into just soaking in this information and consider it for yourself. And after thinking about it, to then view it again with the intent of looking up the references to embolden your understanding and clarify the focus of your new expanded perspectives. This interview session could be screened over 5 hours, 5 months, or 5 years, as it could take that long to consume the primary and secondary source materials referred to herein. Most importantly, what you get out of the ultimate history lesson will be in direct proportion to the amount of attention and focus that you can invest into it. As each hour of the interview progresses into another, you are literally crossing thresholds of discovery, and by hour 5, the layers of these discoveries yield a truly inspiring realization. That being said, the conversation which forms the entirety of this interview is almost entirely composed of facts and references pointing toward a preponderance of evidence, which is, for the most part, unknown to the general public. And it has everything to do with the myriad of crises which face humanity, starting with our own incoherence and inability to problem solve our way forward. We're not asking you to agree with us nor to believe what we're saying. We're simply trying to provoke you into looking into these matters for yourself by providing you with an accurate map which leads to your own factual and substantial understanding of reality. For as Aristotle once wrote, it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Through these interview sessions with John, you're going to be introduced to a variety of historical personalities and, we hope, curious to review the history which has led us to this point. And to that end, this is not about disproving or debunking what we've been taught so much as it is a journey of discovery to discern reality and to discover our birthright as human beings, so that we might go forward in order to meet the challenges we all face here on this planet together. This is truly something that corporate establishment media, public schools, and universities cannot afford to teach us. So without further ado, let us begin, as they say, at the beginning. On December 15th, 1935, John Taylor Gatto was born in western Pennsylvania in the coal mining and steel milling town of Monongahela, about 35 miles southeast of Pittsburgh. During his early school years, he spent a year at an elite Jesuit boarding school near Latrobe, Pennsylvania, where, as you'll soon hear, he learned to think dialectically and was beaten sufficiently by the nuns to create his outspoken temperament, which has endured lifelong. John did undergraduate work at Cornell University, the University of Pittsburgh, and Columbia University, and then served in the United States Army Medical Corps at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Following Army service, John did graduate work at the City University of New York, Hunter College, Yeshiva University, the University of California, Cornell, and Reed College, which is a private independent liberal arts college located in Oregon. Like many famous American iconoclasts, John first honed his...
Okay, so I dropped that off to you there, y'all. That's the ultimate history lesson. That's introduction for you. A weekend with John Taylor Gatto. So this is going to be very fascinating. And thanks, Walter, for having shared that. And thanks to Tragedy and Hope magazine. You can find them and subscribe on YouTube. You can also do a search engine and find their website very easily. Hey, thanks for hanging in there, man. Y'all, I appreciate it. I was way off key today, and anyways, hope you enjoyed the listen. Anyways, appreciate you coming along. Stick around. We're going to have some more. Chuck comes up live here in a couple hours, and then Kim, his wife, is going to be jaded afterwards, and that'll be a round table if y'all want to call in, join in. What's on your mind? That's when it really gets kicking, huh? When everybody has something to say. So, anyways, I think we're about out.
Chat.
Peace.
Keep it alive through these lines.
I believe in angels, and I believe in you. I believe in the simple things and everything you do. I believe in the heavens above, and I believe in truth. I believe in the love we have, because I believe in